And so from a pretty early age of 4.5, I've lived and been surrounded in an environment where family caregiving is just something that was always normal. So I guess I started as a caregiver when I was 5. And by that I mean, the experience of watching family deal with, a severe brain injury was something that has always been around me. And when I was a young lad, I would be sent into my mother's room at the time whenever she was getting worked up or anxious. And looking back now, I think I understand why, and I think that's why I say my caregiving day started at that time, because even though I didn't know it then, what I was doing, or what the thought was, is that for whatever reason I could calm her down. And so my maternal grandparents would, like I said, send me into her room whenever she was getting worked up or anxious, and for whatever reason it calmed her down. And then I guess sort of, as the older I got, and the more we, lived with the trials and tribulations of her illness, I was actively involved wherever I could be, because I wanted to be. And that's something that even through university, it was, every opportunity I could get to offer respite to my grandparents, I would. And really that was something that, it wasn't until I finished my education, well, my first whack of education, that I then became weekend respite or vacation respite for, at the time, my grandparents. And as they got progressively older, and my mother's condition changed, they were less able to provide some of the basic, ADL support that she needed, whereas I had finished schooling in therapy, and so I was able to step into that role on a more formal basis. And I guess when my grandfather passed away, that was when that was our sort of acute crisis, if you like, in our family caregiving setup, because my grandmother couldn't do it on her own, and my mom's needs were such that we had to have a better plan in place.